Hey, it's Lori Painter and welcome to LifebyLori.com. I am reporting in with you on my second week of my 30-day challenge to cleanse. Last week I made a video for you sharing with you what I was doing for my cleanse, whether it was my body, my environment, my relationships, my mind, my emotions, the way I relate, my stuff, all of those good things. So if you haven't checked that out, feel free to go and check out the last video before that and see what I'm doing. And also if you saw that pre-cleanse profile and you're totally interested in making one for yourself or performing one for yourself, feel free to go and check out www.cleansebylori.com and enter your email and you will start receiving all of those little quizzes, and so you can have your very own pre-cleanse profile for yourself to see where you're at. I did it to see if I needed a cleanse. I absolutely did, and because I needed to do a cleanse, I am doing one. I definitely don't eat perfect 24/7, 365 days, so it's nice to be able to go and take myself to the shop and tune myself up. So that's what I'm doing, and the first week after doing that part is I challenge everybody and myself to a 1 week, 6 doctors challenge. And what the 6 doctors are is just the basic foundational habits of health. We can get so complicated with our health these days that we lose sight of like the captain obvious essentials. And those things are rest, sunlight, fresh clean air, fresh clean water, exercise, and diet. Pretty simple, pretty foundational stuff. And I'm sure that a lot of people have their own interpretations as to what are ideal recommendations, as do I. And if you are interested in those recommendations and would like to get the guide and also would like to do the 6 doctors challenge with me, please go to what I said, cleansebylori.com, and when you enter your email and you finish up all the pre-cleanse profile, the second phase, and I give this to you for free, but the second phase is to do a 6 doctors challenge. You could do that for a week, you could do that for a month, you could do it for the rest of your life, ideally, and it's just my gift to you. So I have my recommendations and my tips in there, and if you're interested, it's free to use, so please feel free to take advantage of that. And let me share with you the next portion, which is I am also, when it comes to, again, I talked about my mind, my emotions, my presence, my awareness. I'm focusing on what's going in my ears, in my eyes, in my nose, in my mouth, all of my senses around me, cleaning all of those up. And so when it comes to my thoughts and my mind, I'm listening to inspirational things while I'm sleeping, because I know that the subconscious is always listening. And I had heard from a client that was a mentor of mine when it came to this kind of stuff years ago, and he used to tell me that I could get an entire college education, I shouldn't say college education, an entire education on whatever it is that I wanted in my sleep. And that sounds pretty, at the time it sounded a little airy-fairy to me. I was like, okay, I hear what you're saying. I don't know if I really get it fully and completely, but I actually applied it back then, and I stopped that habit, and now I'm doing it again, and it's kind of blowing my mind, because it's almost like I'm waking up in the morning more refreshed, more aware. And listen, I know that it's all momentum, things start to build, so I'm not saying it's one isolated thing, but hey, I'm feeling fantastic when I'm getting up in the morning. And I will say that what is feeding into my brain at night is cleansing up the viruses of negativity and the negative wiring in my brain. And I'd like to see what happens as I continue on this path, because I'm already starting to feel the little stuff push through, the old stagnant gunk just out of the way. So that is what's happening. I am also taking care of my car. I have neglected certain components of my car. Like, I remember being 18 years old and I had my very first car, and every Monday morning I washed my car. I loved taking care of it. I knew how to change a tire, change the oil, and all those good things. And somewhere down the line, I've definitely not been washing my car every week. I've definitely not been inspecting the safety of my car every week. So I've been neglectful. So part of this cleanse is cleaning up and maintaining the things that I own, which is my car. So my car is going into the shop because it has this weird, quirky thing. I think it might be some electrical thing. Again, I don't really know, but I have, yeah, I get to take care of all that. I've been working on that. Also with my communication, that acronym THINK that I shared with you in the last video has proven to be quite the eye-opener. I realize that I'm like catching myself, but I think that's cool because before I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't even in my awareness as prominently as it is now. And I'll hear something come out of my mouth that isn't within that THINK acronym, and I'm like, and so I find myself having to clean up what I just said. And that probably will go on for a while until this muscle of thinking before I speak gets solid. Let's see, on relationships. Also, I'm focusing and I'm just kind of taking an inventory of my relationships and my priorities with my relationships. Obviously, starting with myself, which is why I'm even doing this 1-year transformation, I realize that the integrity of everything that I do is dependent on the well-being of myself. So I must have myself to the best of my capabilities in order to be of any good to anybody else. So I got to take care of me. I think of that movie, what is it, Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn, and they talk about putting on, when they were on the airplane, they're talking about putting on your own oxygen mask first before you help somebody else. That cracks me up so much. But I genuinely believe that, yeah, you've got to make sure that you are full, strong, and integral in order to be of any good to anyone else. And that includes my children, my family, my friends, the people that I work with, even you, the people that I'm communicating with, in every level, just from the most intimate to the most general public. And I'm really looking at where have my priorities been, and where have I neglected some relationships, and where can I improve, and all of those good things. So again, there's like, all right, I'm looking and seeing there's some things that I need to clean up, and even cleaning up the way that I'm relating with the people that are already in my life, and saying like, am I really contributing the most value that I can to this relationship? Or what is it that I'm even contributing to this relationship? Am I elevating the relationship? Am I appreciating the relationship? And I love the distinction between gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is thank you. Appreciation means to improve the value of. So when you think about relationships, one is to be thankful for a relationship. The other thing is to invest in improving the value of the relationship. And I'm opening my eyes to seeing where have I done or not done that. And that can be quite the eye-opener. The next thing that I have been doing is keeping a log of all my daily activities, and just seeing like, are my activities in alignment with my priorities? Are my priorities happening first? I learned a long time ago a really simple thing that you do where it's just getting up in the morning, or actually before you go to bed at night, establishing 3 things that you must do or to do, and 3 things that you look forward to, something pleasure. So 3 performance-based things to do, and 3 things to look forward to, pleasure-based things. Hey, and when they fuse together, that's a really sweet spot, by the way. But with that said, looking at the activities, making sure that my priorities are getting in first, and seeing how I can really streamline my activities and strengthen up my muscles in the things that matter most to me. And also I am keeping a log of my money as to what's coming in and what's going out so that I am very aware of my current state. So that's all I have to share with you on this journey. Again, it kind of feels like this. This is the best way I can describe how I'm beginning to feel. If you've ever seen these old-fashioned cranking pumps or wells where when you start pumping and pumping and pumping, and in the beginning just air is coming out, and if you just keep pumping, then maybe like mud starts to come out. But if you keep pumping even more, then the water gets a little bit clearer. It might be like foggy, murky water. And if you just keep pumping and pumping, that the water just gets clearer and clearer. And I feel like that's what a cleanse is. And I feel that's already happening within me, and that's building some momentum, and it's inspiring myself. And I will say, like, even just all these little tiny things that I'm doing are just kind of stacking on each other on a daily basis, and I'm feeling lighter, and I'm feeling more optimistic, and I'm feeling more inspired, and I'm excited to see where this goes, because it's just a nice, it's nice to see that, wow, even just with such little effort, a lot of little things, it feels like I'm watering a seed and it's starting to sprout, and I'm kind of excited about it. So thank you so much for being here and watching this video with me. I hope that this has inspired you to act in some way, shape, or form, whether that is to clean up your life in any way, shape, or form. Again, I'm extending that invitation out to you. If you want to do that 6 Doctors Challenge with me, I would love it. Just go to cleansebylori.com. Otherwise, share with me what it is that you are doing for a cleanse. If you are challenging yourself, if you're watching these videos, I definitely don't want you just to be passive and watch them. I want these to inspire you to take action in your own life and see what areas you can clean up. Listen, that can never be a bad thing, right? So anyhow, I'm honored and I'm touched that you stayed here and watched this video with me. Looking forward to sharing more with you next week. Have a beautiful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.